So Darkspace, another fellow GTA 6 YouTuber, has built a 3D map of what GTA 6 could look like, and probably does look like. So the first thing we need to talk about is the source. Where did this map come from? Well, there's something called the GTA 6 Mapping Project, which is basically a community mapping project where people have pulled together their resources to build a vision of what the GTA 6 map would look like. This is based on the leaks that we had back in 2022, and it's also based on what we can see in the trailer. Now, we know that the scale and the size of the map is definitely correct, because in the leaks that we had back in 2022, we could see coordinates from within the game engine. So we had like an X and Y axis to dictate numbers and therefore dictate scale. So the clips that we saw back in 2022 had different reference points on them which showed whereabouts in the map that particular clip was taken. Now, something that we can take away from this map that the community has generated is that GTA 6 doesn't appear, so far, to be an island. Every previous Grand Theft Auto, apart from Grand Theft Auto 3, which had surrounding areas around the main islands, appeared to be an island. The first Grand Theft Auto we saw that wasn't an island was GTA 3, so the main play area was an island, but around that main play area there was other landmass. But every other Grand Theft Auto game has been based on the island model. GTA Vice City was numerous islands thrown together, GTA 4 was numerous islands, and of course GTA 5 was also island based. Alongside every Grand Theft Auto that came between, from Vice City to Vice City Stories to GTA San Andreas, everything has been island based. But of course, Rockstar don't just make Grand Theft Auto, they make Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, they didn't use this island model. They used basically unlimited landmass, and there's many videos out there where people are clearly traveling to the very edge of where the borders are on the map. And I think that this is something that potentially Rockstar will implement for GTA 6. And there's two main purposes why they would implement this. The first reason is for realism. The real world locations and the real world counterparts of these locations aren't islands. They're connected to other large landmasses. But secondly, it's to future-proof the game. Having unlimited landmasses means that they could do additional DLC in the future, which isn't just based on a different story campaign in the same location. It could involve expanded locations. It could involve different parts of the map. And because of where Vice City is located, which is Florida, which is on the same coast as New York, there is potentially options for a Liberty City DLC, especially with the technology that Rockstar now have to create more interiors and make the game a bit more engaging. Obviously, this is just spitballing ideas and this is all simply speculation, but of course, having an unlimited landmass at the top of the map would indicate the option for DLC in the future. Now, looking at this 3D map, it would appear overall the play area, and when I mean the play area, I mean the limits from east to west to north to south, is about the same sort of size as GTA 5, give or take. But the main difference here, and a lot of people aren't reporting on this, and I want to preface this with this is a very important thing. Rockstar are clearly, from everything we know so far, going to be introducing more interiors into the game. So the first thing I want to say here is size doesn't matter, it is literally how you use it. That saying exists for a reason, and no, it's not for that reason. With everything we've seen so far with Rockstar potentially looking at including more interiors, and some theories go as far as saying up to 70% of the interiors will be enterable, I'm not too sure about that, but I would love to be proven wrong. The way that Rockstar utilised the space in GTA 6 is going to be the most important thing. I don't think that GTA 5 suffered because it was a smaller map. That wasn't what let the game down. What really let GTA 5 down was three main things. Firstly, there was nothing to do once you earn money in the game. There's nothing to spend it on. Secondly, there was only one main city. There was only one location you can go to. You had no reason to traverse to the top of the map. There was nothing up there for anyone. And thirdly, there were no unique features about the GTA 5 map. There was nothing in particular that made the map overly special. Maybe Mount Chiliad and the Mount Chiliad mystery, maybe, but there was nothing that really pulled us in and engaged us as a community about the map itself. There's nothing in particular that stands out that makes the map feel a certain way or feel incredible. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is the geographical location of Vice City. So where Vice City is based on, of course, is Miami, and Miami is known for the waters that surround it. Ocean life in Miami is rife, and the oceanography of Miami is pretty much part of the culture, part of the heritage, and part of the list of reasons of why people should visit Miami. The water is not only an important part of trade, but it's also a key thing for leisure and pleasure. It is the place to own a boat in America. So I think it'd be very important for us to actually dive beneath the waters and see what's down there and see what Rockstar have done with the landscape that is under the water, because I feel like that's where at least 20% of the story is probably going to take place. around the ocean. As we saw from the trailer, boats are a huge part of the game. They were in nearly a quarter of all the shots in the trailer because they're such a huge and integral part to where it's geographically located. So I don't think the ocean will just be the ocean. I think that all of these little islands that come off the bottom of the map will probably serve a purpose to give us things to do within the map and to entertain us for hours on end. Another thing that stands out about this GTA 6 mapping project map is Port Gellhorn and Vice City, how they are located on complete opposite sides of the map. This means that when you're playing online, if there is a lot of things to do in Port Gellhorn, or if there's a lot of things to do in Vice City, people will have a reason to go across the map. So you could be in the middle of the map, minding your own business, and people will be flying over you, driving past you, and it will make the map feel bigger, because not every single person congregated in the same area. Now, what we can see from the GTA 6 mapping project's map of Port Gellhorn, there's not a lot going on. That's because in the leaks and in the trailer, we didn't really see too much happening over there. But for all we know, that could be another city that's potentially half the size of Vice City, or maybe even bigger. The truth is, we just don't know. But what we do know is that there is going to be that second location, which Rockstar is going to need to implement some interesting activities into to make it worthwhile even being there at all. Now, like I said earlier in the video about the map being utilized correctly, we know that there's going to be a big city like Vice City and there's going to be skyscrapers and buildings. If Rockstar make a lot of these enterable, that will already make the city feel bigger, because you're not limited to just walking around the roads outside the buildings. You can quite physically traverse the buildings themselves. I think the utilization of space is more important than the amount of space there actually is in itself. And of course, we have no idea, but there may be some utilization of the underground side of the city. We know in the past that we've seen subway systems and stuff built into GTA games, but we don't know how far Rockstar could take that for GTA 6. They could potentially build like a whole underground network or an underground city, but we're completely unaware of until we get the game. That could be an Easter egg. We don't know. So yeah, that pretty much concludes my thoughts on this map. You know, before I go, Dark Space, you've done an absolute incredible job creating this map. It's amazing. So please make sure to go to his channel and subscribe. I'm assuming you're probably subscribed already. He's a way bigger creator than me. But yeah, it's really nice to see this map in 3D, and it gives a lot of value to the GTA 6 mapping project. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you want some additional perks, please consider becoming a channel member. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.